Lesson 142.
Я пишу.
Well, we recently taught you about the instrumental case. We told you that the instrumental case can be used to express means or instrument merely by putting a noun in that case. We don't need any helper words. The case itself expresses means or instrument. And so now that we know the instrumental case, we want to make sentences in which we can use the instrumental case. We want to practice using the instrumental case. And so here we're teaching you the word for writing, the verb that means to write. And so we can say things like, I am writing with a pen. So with this new verb, it gives us a chance to make new sentences in which we can use the instrumental case. So with our new verb for this lesson, we can say things like our example sentence here, Clara is writing with a pen. And so to express with a pen in Russian, all we do is we take the word for pen and we put it in the instrumental case. We don't need any helper words. We don't need some Russian word for with. We don't need some Russian word that means by means of. The idea of instrumentality is built into the case. That's the important thing to remember here. And a quick reminder about memorization. I would recommend that you chant or repeat these verb forms over and over until you know them by heart. Anytime you learn a new verb, just chant the forms over and over until you have them memorized. You can also write them out repeatedly for practice. And another thing you can do is you can chant the verb along with what it means. You could say, Я пишу, I write. You could say the Russian verb and then what it means in English, and then go on to the next one, and you could just chant them like that. You could even write them out like that. And so if you do this over and over and really start to memorize these verbs, you're going to find that it makes your reading comprehension much better. You'll be able to recognize these words at sight when you're reading the exercises. And when you start to try to speak Russian, when you try to say sentences, you'll have these words right on the tip of your tongue. You'll know what form to use depending on what you want to communicate. So don't forget to memorize these verb forms as you go along through the book.